Yeah, you're welcome back, guys, and we'll be looking at a few chart analysis in preparation for the week ahead. This is Sunday, and every Sunday on this channel we look at some charts in the crypto market. We analyze them according to price action, and we look for potential trading opportunities for the week. So let's get right into it. This week we'll be starting from Bitcoin as usual. And looking at the market structure of Bitcoin on the daily time frame, we would see that Bitcoin has been in a temporary downtrend. And it has put in a lower low here, and it's trying to put in a lower high. So overall, looking at Bitcoin from the higher time frame perspective, I'm expecting a scenario whereby Bitcoin is going to put in a lower low here on a long-term basis. Please take note of that. That's going to be on a long-term basis, not the kind of trade I'm going to be trading immediately for the week. So on a long-term basis, I'm looking for a scenario where Bitcoin is going to put in a lower low here, and maybe from that place we might have a move to the upside. So that is my long-term bias on Bitcoin. So I'm predicting that Bitcoin is going to come to somewhere around 24k or so. But now currently Bitcoin is on 26k, and if we look at it from the 4-hour perspective, which is a short-term basis for a kind of chart that a day trader could look at, we would see that Bitcoin at this point has put in a 4-hour candle. Even though the market has been trying to move up, then at this point it has put in a 4-hour candle that is that has a long wick, signifying that there is a buy pressure. Even though the market has been buying from this point, made a high, then low, another high, then trying to make a low here. So I'm seeing a buy pressure on Bitcoin, and I'm seeing that there are a lot of liquidity around this zone that needs to be cleared. So short term for the week, I'm bullish on Bitcoin. So I am looking at a scenario where Bitcoin is going to push a little bit higher, clear all the liquidity around this place, maybe give us something around 27k before we have a downward momentum. So that is a short-term bias on Bitcoin, looking at the fact that this candle is trying to tell us that buyers are trying to come again to the market and push it upward. So before I will buy, even though I'm going to be buying on a lower time frame, so I'll be looking for a scenario whereby this support, this area will be broken. So my buy scenario is going to be a confirmation when maybe the market comes up here, then maybe the market gives me something like this, I'm going to be buying, and that's pretty much going to be on a lower time frame. Yeah, on a lower time. So in case the market breaks this area of value retest, then I'll be taking a buy trade on Bitcoin, targeting the 27k zone. So that is my short-term bias on Bitcoin. That's my short-term bias on Bitcoin for the week. So I'll be looking at a scenario whereby Bitcoin is going to give me an opportunity for a long, but then if that does not happen, then probably we'll be trying to make a lower low, looking at the current chart pattern, the current market structure on the higher time frame. So looking at the market structure on the higher time frame, and looking at the fact that last week I mentioned that Bitcoin has put in a head and shoulder, which is pretty much telling us that the market is about to collapse to the downside. And I predicted that this year we might have a situation whereby the market is going to come down to this 19k zone where the move started initially this year, January. So that by side, that is a long-term bias, but my short-term bias on Bitcoin is buy, looking at all the candles that have been forming in the market over the past few hours or days, depending on what you are looking at. So that is that about Bitcoin. I won't be taking a long time on Bitcoin. So let's look at Ethereum real quick. So for Ethereum, I was short on Ethereum last week. If you watched the video last week, what the weekly analysis I did last week, I was short on Ethereum. So I placed a short on Ethereum around 1755, and my targets, even though the trade was placed on a lower time frame, something like this, so it was just a 1:2.2 trade, and I placed a trade on Ethereum from around this area of value. So I entered the trade actually on Tuesday, but I was projecting that the market was going to come to this zone, then push to the downside. So now the market pushed to the downside and gave us a very reasonable trade and came to this area of value where the market bounced up and started moving to the upside direction. So now this market is now at an area of value and it has given us a wick. So all we need to do is just to wait for a little bit more confirmation and see whether this week, let me go back to the daily. Let's go to the daily and see what's happening on the daily before. Fine. This is where the move started during the last week. Then we have had this move up to this upside. So now this daily, the daily candle we had yesterday, they told us the buyers pushed this market up, but they were rejected, which is telling us that on a high time perspective, this market is trying to collapse, just like Bitcoin. You get? So, and the next daily candle, which is today, the candle that we have today, is pretty much of a 50-50 candle. So, in the next couple of days, we have to watch out for what is going to happen. The market might likely crash to the downside on a higher time frame perspective. But on a day trading perspective, I still feel that the market is trying to come up and clear this liquidity around this place. There are a lot of stop losses put up around all this zone. All these places, we have a lot of stop losses around here. So the market is pretty much trying to come and clear this liquidity. That is why we see that some buyers are trying to pushing into the market and push the market up. So to enter this trade, you just need to get a little more confirmation, a little more bullish presence, and we'll see a situation whereby this market is going to push up to the zone around 1790. So that's my target, that's my scenario for Ethereum for the week. So I feel like Ethereum this week, or from what the market is saying on the lower time frame, Ethereum is likely going to clear some liquidity above this area of value where a lot of shorters came to the market, and then maybe from there we'll see what's going to happen. Actually, nobody can predict the market 100%. Nobody can tell what exactly the market is going to do. Trading is a game of probability, and you always have to look at it in different ways and catch the opportunity that comes your way. So that is that. So for this week, I will only be looking at Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I hope you are able to take some very important clues on how to look at Ethereum for this week and also on a long-term basis. If you enjoyed the video, if you got some value, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Help this channel by getting it to 10K. Subscribe to my channel. Share this video with your friend, and also click on the notification bell so that once I drop video, you'll be notified immediately. And also hit the like button. It's very important. It's going to help with the YouTube algorithm so that this video gets to a lot more people. So yeah, see you in the next video. See you next week.